Hi, good morning, everyone. It's Thursday, November 7th, 8:11 a.m. and it's a little early for me to go live, but it's okay because my special guest for today comes from the other side of the world. And I think it's already a little too late for her, or maybe not, because she's a young lady. She's like my daughter, and also she is an aspiring, not aspiring, but she's already an official digital business owner. But she shares with me the same profession. All right, so please help me welcome our very own Micah.
Hello
Very
po.
good. Kumusta? You know what? I just woke up, so I only had my first cup of coffee. That's why I'm kind of like still groggy from my sleep.
I woke up like this. Literally, I woke up like this.
So, anong oras na dyan?
It's 10:12 p.m. na po dito.
10:12. Oh my God, I felt bad because when I messaged you this morning, when I woke up, I was very like comfortable. Na, okay, yeah, we still have a lot of time. I still have 2 hours, something like that. And then, oops, I forgot that we had changed our clock a week ago. Mm. So, kumusta naman yung ano mo dyan? Kumusta ang weather in the Philippines right now? There's no bagyo?
There's a bagyo right now, tita. Like, signal number 5. Sunod-sunod ang bagyo. And
Really?
the worst thing about it is, like, same area lagi. So, hindi pa man
Oo.
nakaka-recover. Tapos,
Yeah,
yun.
because it was in Luzon, right? So
Mm.
somewhere in Batangas ba yun?
Yeah, in
Yung
Batangas.
Oo, so in Batangas. But anyway, before we go further, can you please give us a little bit of your background?
Hello everyone. This is actually my third live, and thank you, Tita Maristel. Well, fun fact is I've been watching her since I think that was October.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
I've been. You're not my friend on Facebook yet, but I think I saw a banner, Tita. I don't know kanino ko nakita yung banner, and your picture was there, and ang description niya is CLS.
Mm,
So that caught my mind. So
yeah.
I kind of went into your profile, and then I found out, and yun, nanonood ako every now and then
Well,
if I have time.
yes,
So
thank you.
yeah, my name is Micah, and I am from the Philippines. I'm actually 24 years old. I'm only 24, and I am a registered medical technologist, or what they say, medical laboratory scientist.
Mm,
And currently, I am not employed, but I used to work,
mm.
and I'm just doing the things that I love now, and now I'm introduced into this business po. So that's basically my life, having fun. Because I
Well,
never had it, tita. I never had it when I was in college.
of course, I understand. We know already, right? Because we share the same, profession. But anyway,
Yeah.
so I'm glad that you have decided to join our business,
Mm.
and I can see that you are very promising. You make all the boiled eggs burn.
That's the trending ulam.
Yeah, yeah, it's so funny because I was listening to you go live with Sister Gina, and I was like, oh my God, this little young lady um, is very wise, and you have when you talk, you have a lot of things to share with everyone. Oh, Eliza, good morning, Sis Maristel and future daughter-in-law. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know your mom from, of course, the team, the influencers your future mother-in-law. And that's what I heard. I said, I thought that she was your mom, but she's your future mother-in-law.
Tita.
Well, okay, so let's talk more about love life later, okay? So now, all right. So because our the title of our segment for today is two clinical lab scientists sharing perspectives in the digital business world. But we'll talk more first about you went to take medical technology because you wanted to be a med tech or you wanted to pursue medicine, because that's only just basically the two options if you take medical technologies.
So tita, just like what you said, parang it's a norm, it's a common question that if you took
Mm,
med tech, are you going to med? That's the next
yeah.
question. Eh? So
Mm,
as they say, I'm gonna be biased because this is us now. This is like medical technologist time. So
mm,
they always say that medtech is the best pre-med course. A lot
yes.
of people, a lot of like who graduated in med school
Mm,
and who's been in med school, but medical technology was not my first choice. I didn't want to be a doctor. I don't want to be a medical technologist.
mm,
I was a frustrated chemist, actually, Tita. I really
mm,
want, I either took a degree in chemistry or become a chemical engineer.
mm,
So back when I was in high school, I didn't know what I did, but I was good in chemistry. Like that was my strength. I excelled, and I was a product of the I was a pioneering product of the K to 12 curriculum. If you're familiar with it,
oh yeah,
like
yeah.
12 years,
Mm,
yes, tita, 12 years of basic education. So that's additional 2 years. And then that time we had this special elective courses, more on chemistry, more on. I took up human anatomy in grade 12. Like it was introduced to me in high school
yes.
already.
Mm,
And then I didn't know what I did, but my last grade in chemistry that time was 99. And I thought to myself, wow, I can be a chemist. Because I'm good in chemistry. I love
mm,
chemistry more than biology because biology, you're gonna memorize everything. But in
mm,
chemistry, as long as you have the foundation with the periodic table, well, you can survive. That's my reasoning. But then there are no available universities in the Philippines, in Pampanga. I'm from Pampanga.
oh,
That offers either a chemistry degree or a chemical engineering degree. So I was young. I am the youngest in the family, and then I really wanted to pursue it. I told my mom about it. Okay, uh, I'm gonna take an examination in a university where that's my dream university, and then that is a blue school in Manila. If you're
mm,
familiar with it, it's a blue school in Manila. Then again, she allowed me, and I actually saved for the testing fee kasi may testing fee. Sa
mm,
mga baon ko, tita, nag-ano ako, nagtatabi. Ang sabi niya, hindi niya ako bibigyan ng pambayad ng testing fee. So I need to provide for it. But
mm,
then, coming September, that was September 2017, I met an accident, like a motorcycle accident that
oh,
time, tita. Yeah. Kasi in the Philippines, I don't know ha, sa mga pedestrian lane ba, tita, mas mabibilis pa yung mga sasakyan. They're not
oh.
stopping.
You were not the one driving. You were just a pedestrian.
Yeah, I
Okay.
was, tita. And I was in the right lane. But that
Mm,
driver was drunk. He came from a beer house whatsoever. And that was early in the morning. I was in my last year in high school. And then,
oh,
long story short, na aksidente ako, tita. And I am treating this life as my second life. Because our school, Tita Malor can relate. She studied there, that it's located in the highway. So, madami talagang mga sasakyan, mabibilis, and it's early in the morning. And then, ayun ang sabi ng mama ko, tita. So, sabi niya, sa Pampanga pa lang, na gaganyan ka na. What more if sa Manila? So, I knew in that moment, tita, that wala na yung dream ko in studying sa Manila, sa study sa Manila. So,
Mm,
ang sabi ko na lang, ang examination ko is October. I met the accident like September. Ang October ang examination ko. I talked to her. And then I
mm,
told her, sayang naman, ako naman ang nagbayad ng testing. Might
mm,
as well let me take the exam just to prove if I can pass.
mm,
Yun na lang po yung hiningi ko dito. Like, it's like a satisfaction for me that I can be able to pass in my dream school, like one of the, I think the counterpart, like Ivy League school in the Philippines. Then I signed up, and I took up like BS chemistry at the time. And then
mm,
I passed the exam, tita. But I know that it's not for me anymore. Because that what ano yun yung nangyari.
mm.
So, when I came back to our school, ang haba ng kwento ko, tita. When I came back to our
Of
school,
course, it's okay.
I talked to our guidance counselor. Sabi ko, ano po yung pwede bang paki-guide ako? Ano bang kukunin ko? Kasi I don't have
Yeah,
any second other option. I was focused
correct.
into that. And then
Yes.
she told me that since I showed her my report card, she said that, oh, you're good in chemistry. Might as well think of a degree program that has many chemistry. And she has two options, like pharmacy and medical technology.
Yeah.
And then that time in our school, tita, pharmacy course has more units. Kasi ang laboratory units, more units siya kaysa sa mga lecture, di ba, tita? I think that was 31 ang units ng pharmacy, tapos ang medtech 29. So I
Oo.
took up medical technology. And then when I came home, I told my mom that I chose that degree. And my
Mhm.
kuya really laughed, diba? Because my kuya is also a medical technologist by profession.
Oo.
And he was like, what did you do to yourself?
Yeah.
Because he's one of the, yung era ba tita nang wala talagang masyadong kumukuha ng medtech. Ngayon na lang
Oo.
kasi madami eh. Dati kokonti lang ang mga kumukuha
Mm.
talaga. Like from his era, he went to the same university, sabi niya one section lang. But my era, tita, it's already we're 8 sections. Ang dami-dami na. Na-open up na sila sa medical technology. Then when I entered it, I'm enjoying it because marami nga naman chemistry. But along the way, like, it's diverse.
Yes.
You're studying chemistry, and now you're studying parasites, and now you're studying everything. And then
Yes,
all I
because
know,
chemistry actually is just our minor. So
yeah.
that's not our major subjects. Yeah.
Mm-mm. Kumbaga madami lang siyang chemistry pero
Oo.
meron siyang tapos yung mga courses pa natin like prerequisite sila lahat. Kung
Oo,
hindi
sa med.
mo
Oo.
kung mababagsak ka dito, you cannot
Yeah.
accelerate or you cannot forgo
Mm.
to the clinical chemistry 1 dapat mapasa mo kapag hindi ka pumasa hindi ka pwedeng magki-clinical chemistry 2. And then that
Yeah.
was my life. And but I learned to love it along the way to the point that, oh, it's a good pre-med course because we're not actually diagnosing the disease but we aid in the diagnosis of the disease. Kaya
Mhm.
sabi ko, I dream, tita, of becoming a pathologist. 'Di ba?
Yeah.
Napaka-medtech inclined pa. Doktor ka pa sa laboratory.
Oo.
So,
So
I
what
learned
what
to
was
love.
your what was I'm sorry, what was your favorite subject so far? I mean, when you took the
Oh,
education, when you took the medical technology degree.
my favorite, tita, I think it's gonna be hematology.
Yes.
I, Hematology. How about you?
My favorite during that time when I was in college, physiology, and
Oh,
then when I already was working, hematology and chemistry.
oh,
But to me, the most interesting one is blood banking
oh
because
yeah.
in the Philippines, if I may share this with you, our blood banking setting it's totally different than what we do here.
Mm.
So if I remember right, correct me if I'm wrong. They have already, I don't know if they have already changed the program, but in the Philippines, I remember during our time, we only were just introduced with the antibodies, and we were just asked to memorize like which one is the anti-Kel, the anti-Duffy, anti all those things. But we did not really go into details as to like how to, like rule out what kind of antibody the patient has and things like that. So, which is really, really, really deep. So, in your
Mm.
time, did you study all that, or were you just introduced to it? Like, okay, here it is. This is anti-Lewis. This is all those crazy things that you have to memorize.
That was a lesson in antibody panel, right, Tita? It's just a
Yeah, yeah.
lesson, but we never
It's just
did
a
it.
lesson, right? Because
Yeah,
I think
it's
we don't
theoretical.
have, yes, theoretical. So that's why when we came here, it's really difficult because we were not taught like in the clinical setting in a laboratory in the Philippines, we do not do antibody testing. So yeah, we don't. I think we don't. I don't know if some hospitals in the Philippines do, but we don't. That's what I remembered before. But here, it's part of the type and screen and antibody testing. So before we give the blood to the patient, it has you have to rule out if the patient has positive antibody screen, then you have to rule out what kind of antibody the patient has, so that when you give the blood, it's safe for the patient, because in blood bank, just one little mistake, you can kill the patient. So that is why it is very interesting, and not all medical technologists or not all lab scientists even like the idea to be placed in that department. Yeah. So I know. I actually really love my profession, and but here we are. We are both in the digital business. So let me ask you, what made you get into this digital business journey?
So, Tita, as I've said in my past live sa mga nakapanood, like it was introduced to me by my future mother-in-law.
Mm,
Actually, the starting point of it was quite funny. I always keep on saying that I was only interested in liking her posts because I want to make a good impression. Because I never met her. Like the typical
oh,
Filipina that you want to please your future in-laws. They
yeah.
always say that. Yeah, di ba, tita? And then that's the only reason why I get into that. But I think that was when I woke up and then I saw that she added me on Facebook. I never met her. It's only my fiance's dad whom I met personally. And then she added me. Then in Facebook kasi tita, once you're new friends with this, even the oldest post you can see. And that's the importance of showing up and consistently posting, because I was a living testament to that, because I used to see a lot of other stuffs when I get before I before she friend befriend me in Facebook. I am seeing like memes, pranks. This is typical teenagers that yun yung mga
Yeah.
linalike namin eh. And all of a sudden, nakikita ko na sa timeline ko, mga successful people. Not
Mm,
just like typical successful people, like they're like people of substance, women of
yeah.
substance, like professionals. They're
Yeah.
nurses, they're teachers, there's an even like an active in her service. Tita Gina interviewed her, and then I got curious about it, and then she started telling stories like her journey, how she managed to be in a technical world wherein she proclaimed that she is a self noob about it, and I got
Mm,
inspired. Then and then as I watch, yun nga, pinapanood ko mga live nyo, tita eh. And laging nasasabi na you can actually take it with you wherever you go. It's really flexible. And sabi ko, that's a good thing. Kasi I have plans of going there. And when I get there, since I cannot work agad-agad, I cannot find a work, I need to adjust. So there's an assurance for me. I'm already assured that I already have my business. That's why I started. That's
Yeah.
my starting point.
Yeah. So good thing that you're still using Facebook, because they say that Facebook is for the not so young people like me. So you are also on Snapchat, on what else do you have? TikTok,
Instagram,
Instagram.
TikTok.
So
Yeah,
good thing
tita.
that you're still using Facebook.
Because I think Facebook is the most convenient way because it reach a lot of people. It reach a lot of people. I still use it before, but I'm
Mhm,
only sharing inspirational quotes. I'm
yeah.
not into posting myself there.
Mm,
I'm not into posting my selfies like I went to this park. I'm not like that, tita. It's only I only post them on Instagram because my
yes,
mom is in the Facebook. And she
I
keeps
know.
on stalking me.
That's maybe one of the reasons why you kids don't want to go on Facebook, because we are there and we
Yeah.
are gonna tag you and tag you and
Not
tag you
just
there.
you, tita. Not just the mom or the parents. The relatives.
I know, and you don't want to be tagged. I know that because I have two boys around. I think you're a little younger than my two boys. I have a 27 and 25, and they're not. They are on Facebook, but they're not on Facebook. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
anyway, now I think you are the best person to share this perspective. You see, you hear a lot of stories shared by our business partners, right? That, oh, we want to retire early, work hard, do not work hard, but work smart, blah, 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 blah. And most of these people, we come from different backgrounds, but a lot of these people are professionals, like what you said, teachers, nurses, doctors, med techs, pharmacists. So now, in your own words, do you ever think about, like, why do I still have to go to school when I can just, do this business, or do an not necessarily digital business? So, what how can you explain that to the younger generation, or to your generation, that yes, there's a way to get a good living, and you don't have to stay away or keep yourself away from your family. So why do I have to go to school? Why do I have to get a degree?
I think, tita, in terms of cultural thing, I am Asian. Like Asian upbringing is you really need to go to school. Your mom has to say. As I've said, I've spent most of my life in Asia. Your mom, your parents has to say what did, what you need to do in your life. They will always have an opinion. Like go to school. I was passionate about in school, tita. I was passionate when it comes to learning. I can describe myself. I was a very good student back when I was still studying. I
Yeah,
was so focused. I was so focused. But I think, in my own opinion, it's still essential to know. I know that getting a higher degree or getting graduating in vocational courses maybe, or graduating for a two year degree kasi may mga 2-year degree, may mga 4-year degree. It
yeah,
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It will actually maraming mga successful sa mundo na they did
yes,
not even finish college.
correct.
Madami. Ang ano nila ay madiskarte sila.
Yes.
But for me, in my own perspective, it's still essential to be wise. Like use learning to be wise. Kasi wisdom is the highest form of knowledge.
Mm,
Knowledge you can actually learn that. Skills, you can develop that. But wisdom is earned. It's a gift. You need to ask for it every day. Kasi kung mag-engage ako sa isang business na hindi man ako marunong magbilang, like the basic, hindi ako marunong magbilang, hindi ako marunong magbasa, maluloko ako, tita. People will fool me. So
Yeah.
I need to work on into that. Like, even though that, for example, I did not finish a degree, hindi ka dapat mag-stop doon. Don't box yourself into that position. Kasi kawawa ka in the end. Maraming yun yung mga taong prone sa naman maloko, tita.
Yeah.
Kasi I am watching a lot of documentaries that they have when they have a lot of lands, they have a lot of properties, but sadly they don't know how to read and write, how to count, and a lot of masasamang tao, dinoloko sila. So I still encourage uh, everyone, like the younger generation, just like me, to still pursue learning. I am
Yes.
not saying that uh, walang imposible makakapagtapos ka. Actually, I still encourage them. Don't
Mhm.
let the mentality na, ay, kahit naman hindi ako makapagtapos, I can land a business. I can own a business. But no, once you're in there, tita, you need to be like knowledgeable about the things. Kasi
Yes.
nandun ka, you are partnering with a lot of people. Basic communication, hindi ka marunong. Basic conversation, hindi ka makapagsalita or nahihiya ka kasi aloof ka.
Mhm.
But if you had that confidence in you, na na-develop mo sa
Yeah.
learning and na-develop mo within you, kahit na ano, kahit sino kaya mong kausapin actually. Hindi ka matatakot.
Yes. Yes. And we also have this thing called if you have that education, that it's something that no one can steal away from you.
Mm,
And
yeah.
if like most of us, we are supported by our parents, right? In the Philippines, maybe like 99% of us are supported by our parents for a good education. And but for my own perspective, now that I'm a little older, of course, it's great, great, great to have a degree, a profession. But I would, it doesn't hurt if you learn a skill, like those vocational degrees, like welding or
Mm,
refrigeration or dressmaking, like those things, because it will help you along the way. So you have another, like a fallback, or let's say a side hustle.
uh,
So, like those things.
yes, tita. Pag may
Yeah.
makeup, it's a skill. You will not hire a makeup artist anymore.
Do you know how to make do makeup? I don't.
I don't wear makeup, tita.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a skill. You know that a lot of people earn money from doing makeup. It's
Yeah.
expensive, especially here. I don't know how much, maybe $100 for makeup, 150. I don't know. Let's ask Coach Kat, because she's watching. Hi, Coach Kat. And hi, Amy.
Hi, Tita Amy.
A lot of people are watching us right now. So yeah, and then so far, what was your experience in digital business? You're here for like a month. Is that what I heard?
I'm going actually, yeah, a month, tita, and my website is going a month. But
Oh,
I started kasi October 4. But my website started running October 18.
oh. So far you're loving it, and what are your experiences so far in the
Oh,
business?
I'm enjoying it because every day I came to a I am thinking of ideas, because my idea is like this, tita. I have a different approach when it comes to my advertisement. I still believe that traditional marketing works, and it is essential. So what I am doing, since I am a digital marketer, I'm kind of integrating them together, like integrating, coining them. So for example, there are a lot of advertisements that you do with newspapers, with magazines. So instead of like printed newspaper or printed magazine, I make it to the point that I post it online. So it's like a traditional way and a digital way combined. Because I am a digital marketer now. So every day I am really when I wake up I was just like, "Oh, what idea? What is my plan for today?" I'm enjoying it actually. Kasi I started doing a magazine, tita, and then it became a newspaper, and then it became a casting call. Are you familiar with casting call, tita? Like when
No, I was
model,
gonna ask, what's a casting call?
like when a company is looking for models, like looking 18 years old who are like that.
Oh,
It's a poster. So I thought of it like, oh, I can make it like casting all 18 to 80 years old who are business minded, like
yeah.
innovations,
Mm,
integrating them together. So I am really it really every day it's a challenge for me, but
mm,
I'm enjoying the challenge because it exercises my mind.
yeah. And you are tech savvy. It's a plus. You mentioned that you contribute to Canva, designing
I was
Canva.
selling my Canva templates before.
Oh, so you sell
So
them? Okay.
yeah, tita. So it's like my rack. It's like my side hustle when I was in college because I am a pandemic graduate. So
Oh,
I went into online class. So I don't have any allowance with me. So I need to have a side hustle. So I told to myself that I saw this advertisement I think on TikTok wherein you can sell your digital products. So I saw one template before and I made it.
yeah. I really
Um,
admire you as a
I,
young, lady, because sometimes we become very judgmental. The older generation in general, we are very judgmental, like, oh, the kids nowadays, they don't know anything, they just know makeup, they just know how to party. But no, it's not everyone is like that. Not all young people are like that. So just like my niece, she has a YouTube channel. She
wow,
started with just, yeah. She actually already monetizing. She's already monetizing her YouTube channel. She just started with posting her guitar tutorials. She plays the
wow,
guitar, and
wow. That
she what do you call that? Arranges music. So that's
mm,
just her hobby. She didn't go to school for that. I think it's just, I think it's just maybe in her
she learned it.
nature.
She learned it in YouTube as well.
Maybe
Maybe.
she did, yeah. And in fact, so she started posting that, and then she earns more and more followers until she's able to monetize it. And in fact, she gets clients from here, from United States,
Wow,
yeah,
that's
for
nice.
arranging music. So she will message me. She calls me Mumsy. She says she's also CLS. She's graduating. She's an intern now. She
From
says,
what
"Mom,
school, si Tita? Can you reveal the
Veles in
school?
Cebu, in Cebu,
Oh,
same school
you're from
where I
there
went
too.
to. Yeah, from Veles,
It's
and
familiar to me because they're like
yeah,
top notchers.
correct. I'm proud of that. But so she will message me, Mom, see, could you please accept the payment of this and that, because for arranging music for that person, and she doesn't charge much. It's like, what? How much do you charge? Like $10, $15? I said okay. So yeah, she doesn't get any pocket money or allowance from her dad. She gets it
Mm,
from all those.
that's
So
nice,
see,
Tita.
kids
Mm-mm.
like you know what to do. You know what you're doing, and That's very nice. So I also heard that now we're gonna go into your love life. I don't know if your mother-in-law or your future mother-in-law is still watching. Okay. So I heard that you are preparing your visa, right? To come here in the States.
Yeah,
So
tita.
tell us more about how you started, if you may.
So, it all started with his grandfather. Yung grandfather niya, tita, his actually grandparents. Yung grandfather niya, churchmate ko sila. So, there was one prayer meeting. I kissed his hand, mano po, and then he told me that, oh, I'm gonna refer you to my grandson. That's the first thing that he told me. And I don't know his grandson kasi sabi ko, sino ba yun?
Yeah.
And then, yeah, and then every prayer meeting, it's literally tita like that. Every prayer meeting is always saying that, oh, my grandson is a military, blah blah
Mhm.
blah. And I still remember the day when I told him that I prefer pilot than a soldier. That's like my dream guy because I
I
want to
know.
travel. It's the benefits of a pilot wife. And then I remember the statement that he said to me that, oh no, you're not for a pilot, you're for an army soldier. And then
Oh.
I told her, and he keeps on saying that. He keeps on saying that to one point that he told me, add him on Facebook. And then I replied back, how can I add him? I don't even know his name. And then he
Oh.
told me that we share the same name. That's the only thing that he said. So it's like generational name, like senior,
Oh.
junior, the third.
And your
And he
boyfriend is the
is
third.
the
Your
third.
fiance is the
Yeah,
third. Wow.
is already the third. And his dad, Nanay Elisa's husband, is the junior. So it's
Mm.
just like generation. And then, nung nakita ko tita yung Facebook niya, I am a type of a person who has a one word. If I tell you that I will add him, I will add him. So I added him. That's the only commitment that I had. Only to add him. I never said that I'm gonna message him. Only to add him. And I didn't expect at all. And then all of a sudden, he messaged me. Agad-agad. Like, hey! And then history goes
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
and on. And the rest is history. And then all of
Oh.
a sudden he he opened up about having this proposal to me. There is a visa. Actually, it's K1. It's fiance visa. And he said that a lot of people are telling him that it's faster to get
Yes.
there. Yeah, so but one of the requirements is we need to meet in person. So we met in person last July and he celebrated his birthday here. And then we get along. And then yun, tita. We applied the petition last August
Yes.
and hoping that
Bakit ako
it will
kinikilig
be.
sa'yo? Kinikilig ka rin ba, Sis Gina?
It's
Kinikilig ako
young love, tita.
para akong bumata. So
That's it.
you are coming here and so of course his family lives here in Missouri, right?
His family is in Arizona, tita, but he is stationed in Missouri.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So maybe because my son was in the army
Oh
and
no.
yeah, he was deployed in Europe and for a couple of years and but his home base here in the States was in Texas, in Fort Hood. So be
How is
prepared
it
to
being
travel.
a military mom?
Oh, it was like
First time he got deployed, tita.
well, of course, you're gonna be the proudest mom if if your child is in the U.S. military, but of course the fear is there and excitement and everything, all mixed emotions. Yeah, and you're gonna be so proud of them, and I'm sure you're gonna be want to and be prepared to travel because they're gonna be traveling a lot.
There's
So
always
there's going to be a
moon.
chance that even though you will not marry a pilot, but you will marry a soldier, so there's going to be a big chance for you to be like, maybe you, who knows, you will live in Germany for a couple of years,
Yeah.
and then next thing you know, you're going to be in Japan, and you know, and you're going to have military brats. Brats. You know what that means? A brat. That's what they call. That's what they call the children of the military.
Oh.
Yeah, military brat. I think I forgot the meaning of That's just an acronym. So a military brat. So the kids, they end up going to different schools because their parents or their dad is a military, so they keep on moving around, which is nice. And which is really fitting for you. I'm happy that you decided to join the digital business because, you're coming here, and who knows whether you're gonna be, like what I said, traveling around. And this business is global. This business you can take anywhere. Yeah,
Mhm. Yeah, that's the good thing about it. Like in
yeah,
terms of adjustments in your finances, you're not really worrying.
yeah. But let me go back to being a clinical lab scientist. We had like a little discussion before we went live, and you said that you're not closing your doors, right? Because
Yeah.
you're coming here, and we mentioned that Gemma, who's Gemma? Is this your friend?
Ah,
Hello, Gemma.
hello.
Anyway, you mentioned that you're not closing your doors, and you are about to take your certification for ASCP.
Yes, tita.
Mm,
So, I work as a laboratory scientist here. When I graduated, tita, I do volunteer work. Kasi hindi pa ako nagbo-board exam. So, I want to be exposed more because I was a pandemic
mm,
baby. So,
yeah,
I volunteered into some government hospitals.
yeah,
And it's nice kasi you will be exposed. In terms of government hospitals, it's really different. Lahat ng pagtitipid nandun. You will
yeah,
learn how to tipid the reagent,
yeah,
the everything. You can relate to me,
yeah,
tita. And
yeah.
you will meet a lot of people actually, like different attitude. Because here, the difference there, I believe that you have phlebotomies. Here in the Philippines, we do everything, like from
Yes,
extraction
yes,
to processing.
yes.
So
It's
there
different.
is really a patient interaction here. We're not just like we're
Yeah,
unknown. They don't know us. They call us still nurses, but
correct. Yeah.
we have patient interaction. So and then when I got my license, I applied in a pediatric hospital. So mostly it's really a challenging job because it's focused on pediatric patients. And tita, one of the hardest people to extract are pedia patients because
Yeah.
not only that their veins are very fragile, but I am more I am more into the difficulty of it for me is not in extraction. It's all about the parents who are watching.
Yeah.
Because I
I
often
know.
call them, yeah, I often call them as lizards. Lizards,
Mm,
because they always tell you when you get into the when you come into the room of the child that, oh, you need to do one shot only.
I know,
One
right?
shot lang.
It's intimidating.
Walang
It can be
yeah, it's
intimidating. Yeah.
intimidating. And then we had this mantra inside the laboratory, tita, that it's not everyday Christmas. There are times that you cannot really
Yeah.
extract it at the one
Yeah.
shot. And then may pagkakataon talaga ganun. And then kapag hindi mo siya na-extract, there are a lot of, that's why I call them lizards.
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
it was really a challenging job, but I loved it, tita. You know what, fun fact about me, that my first job, like formal job, my position was a CMT actually. I was a
Mm,
CMT. And that responsibility, sabi nga, with great power comes great responsibility.
CMT is a what? Chief Medtech?
Yeah, I was a chief medtech, like my
Wow.
first job, because when I entered that institution, we had a chief medtech, like 3 years older than us, tita, and then he had this calling, like late calling, that he wants to be a doctor. So no one can replace him. No one will replace him. And
Hmm.
then, lo and behold, he appointed me. And it was really challenging at first. I don't want to accept it, but my friends, my colleagues, because most of in that institution, we are batchmates, tita. And then they like push me. Sabi nila, tutulungan nila ako, hindi nila ako pababayaan, like the words of encouragement. And then I took the job.
Well,
But it's really,
sometimes,
ay,
yeah.
tita?
I'm sorry. Sometimes we are given a task that we are not sure of if we can do it, but once we are in that situation already, it brings out the best in us.
Yeah. That was like, tita, that time that stepping outside your comfort zone can be
Yes.
daunting. It means like embracing awkwardness of being a beginner, actually.
Yeah.
Asking those silly questions and fumbling through new skills. I am new to this. What will I do? And there's this endorsement if my subordinate will not be able to extract this person, it will be endorsed to me. That's the job. But throughout my journey of leading them, you must always remember that growth often happens even in the most uncomfortable moments.
Yes.
Yeah. Don't let fear of looking foolish hold you back. Actually embrace that learning curve, and you'll reap the rewards. That's what
Wala bang
I
nagluluto ng itlog ngayon? Baka masunog na naman ang mga itlog ninyo.
Yeah, you just need to enjoy the learning curve. Ang lahat ng tao hindi magsa-stop ang learning. Hindi mo sabihin na bata ka, marami ka pang matututunan, matanda ka, ito na lang ang matututunan mo. Even at the old age, you need to enjoy the
Yes.
learning curve.
Mhm.
We all have that learning curve. You will
That's
reap the
that's
reward.
very true. Yeah, that's very true. So, you are 1 month old in digital business and you have a lot of ate. Oh my gosh. You have a lot of tita. And
Tita,
in fact,
tito.
yeah, um, very smart young lady na panganga na naman ang tita G mo.
Hi,
Yeah.
tita.
Okay, sabi ni Tina, bawal muna ang itlog. Yes. No, no one's cooking any itlog when Micah is talking. So, you're 1 month in the business. You are coming. You have so much going on in your life. I really love it because like back then, we were like you. We were also young, like you, and this is your turn to shine and shine and shine brighter. But a piece of advice from your tita, from one of your titas, from especially that we both have the same degree. Okay, so just prepare your stuff before coming here. Don't close any doors about like getting into working as a lab technologist, or I mean lab scientist here. So get your things going, your transcript, your diploma, bring everything. And if you still have the chance to review for the certification, do that while you're still waiting for the visa to arrive, because who knows, right? I mean, who knows whether your house is here and then the hospital is just right there, like 1 mile away, and then they're looking for, because they're always looking for you know staff, because they're always short. They're always short. And it's a nice also it's a nice experience for you. So whatever you're gonna do in life, it's nice to also give your profession a chance. like use it.
I'm not closing doors, Tita. I will when I get there. I will really find a job that is in line
Yes,
with my.
and I think you're gonna love it because, like what I said, it's totally different than what we have back home. Unfortunately, I'm sorry if somebody's watching us right now, and I'm sure the nurses can relate too. I think it's totally different.
Hmm.
So you're gonna enjoy more and more and more, and there's a lot of things that we do in the lab. And yes, they don't know us. They don't actually know what we do in the lab. They just think that maybe we draw blood. They just think that we just push button in our instruments. No, we don't.
We talk to our
So,
instruments if the controls are not are not
yeah.
coinciding with the one the what that
Yeah,
we
we,
want.
we we check our results one by one by one by one by one before we verify them. But anyway, there's much to talk about what we do in the lab. Yeah, I'm very glad to have you in our community, Micah or Mika. So, any last words? Any last words? Because I know you're gonna have a lot of interviews, more interviews in the future.
um, I always like I think one of your live, Tita. I don't know who you asked, but you're always asking what are you gonna tell your
Oh,
older.
thank you. Oh, you know what? Yeah, thank you for reminding me because I wanted to ask that to all my guests. And maybe I wasn't thinking that I'll ask you because you're too young. But yes, what are you
I
gonna ask?
what what I'm young today,
Tell,
so
yeah.
I'm gonna say my older self.
Yes, older self.
So I have a lot to tell my older self actually, Tita, and not just my older self, but all in my generation right now. When they get older, I think they will relate with me. This first is remember the dreams that you had.
Mm,
Yeah, I hope you didn't lose the sight of the things that once excited you, that excite you. Stay connected to your early passions, even that they evolve. Remember the dreams that you had.
yes.
Second is keep that sense of wonder. Life might be more on a routine right now, Tita, but remember how it felt to be awed by the world. Seek new experiences and adventures because no matter what your age is, you can still do it.
Yes.
Third is to keep learning. To keep learning. Don't get stuck in your comfort of what in the comfort that you already know, Tita. Try new things. Read about fresh ideas and you need to stay curious. I want to be that when I grow up. Like I still need I still want to stay curious about things.
Yes.
And fourth, I think this is important. Like you telling your older self about this is to forgive yourself. Forgive
Yeah.
yourself. If you made mistakes, don't be too hard on yourself, Tita. Life is not about being perfect. It's about growing. It's about learning, moving forward. Be proud of your journey. Wherever you are, whenever you are, know that your younger self is very proud of you. Very proud of the resilience that you showed, the kindness, and the wisdom that you've gained along the way. And lastly, this is really what I want to tell everyone that
Mhm.
this is too simple, but most of the time neglected. So when I get older, like generations like me, and in my generation, when we get older or older generation, this is like my advice to you guys to laugh often. This is neglected. Laugh often. Life
Yeah.
is too be Life is too short to take it seriously. Even as we get older, find reasons to smile and laugh each day. So that's like that's the things that I am advising. Not just in my generation, but the older generation ahead of us.
Yes. Yeah.
That's my
Wow.
advices.
Napanganga na naman ako, Sis Gina. Parang wala akong but you know what? Okay, I know that I said we are gonna go, but define happiness to you because it just came to my mind that what is happiness? For a young Mika, for a 24-year-old lady, what is happiness to you?
Happiness to me, tita, is Hmm, yung alam mo sa sarili mo na yung mga sa lahat ng mga ginagawa mo, sa lahat ng tinahak mo sa mundo, sa lahat ng mga naging experiences mo, sa lahat ng mga failures mo, sa lahat ng mga achievements mo, ay throughout wala kang tinapakang tao. That's happiness for me. Like you did it, you live a life wherein wala kang tinapakang tao. That's important to me. That's important to me. Kasi maraming mga nagiging successful sa mundong ito that they went under the table to the point that it's really bad. It's really
Mm,
worse. But
yes.
happiness for me, I will be contented. I will be contented and satisfied when I grow up that I live the life wherein I did the world is already chaotic. The world is already cruel. Sabi nga
Yes.
nung narinig kong I am not Catholic but I really love this I really love this message from a priest and then he said, masyado nang mahirap ang mundo. Huwag mo nang
Mhm.
pahirapan pa ang ibang tao. So, that's what's
I really
happiness.
love your answer, Mika, because most of the time when we ask anyone what is happiness, and then they start talking something, and then they kind of like have this word, happiness comes from within. Like, okay, like how do you define it? Like how do you say that you are happy? Sometimes because every now and then we get to a point wherein we ask ourselves, why am I happy? Am I happy because I am seeing you? Am I happy because I see my children are doing well? I am happy because my family is healthy and da 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 da. But I love your answer because and nandito na sila. I love your answer because it resonates to my own answer too, that yeah, happiness is wala kang tinatapakang tao, and another thing is happiness when you're doing the things that you love,
That's
you
important,
know?
tita. Mm-mm.
You're doing the things that you love, and of course wala kang tinatapakang tao because sometimes yes, we are doing so many things for everyone else out there, for everyone else around us, but we're not happy.
Yeah.
So, we are not happy. Like it's like we sacrifice. Like for how long are we gonna sacrifice our own self? Diba?
Mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm.
yeah. So that's nice, Mika. And I'm so glad to share this morning with you.
Yeah.
And anong oras na dyan? 11, ha?
Yeah, it's 11,
Oh,
tita.
you know what, Mika? We're gonna tell them all that we are having our own show, right? Hi, Sis
Yeah.
Gina, you're watching. With your approval, Mika and I are gonna have our own. Ano ba yun? I think we did not come up with our title yet, right? Of our show.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow about the lab thing, anyway. But we're gonna launch it soon. Maybe after Hawaii. Is it okay, Ate
Al-
Gina?
ah.
Or Tita Gina? Si Tita Gina is your manager, so you're, but you have a lot of titas and titos here. So you're in the good community. You're in good
Mhm.
hands.
Yeah.
So
I really
you
felt that.
yes,
Tita.
and you can reach out to any one of us, for anything, and we can reach out to you for Canva. And Mama
Should we say?
Eliza is Mama Eliza is the manager. Anyway, yeah, so I'm so glad that we have you, we meet you here online, and maybe one day we can meet each other in person.
Yeah. It was really nerve wracking for me to be interviewed by you, Tita. I think you and Tita Malor.
Really? Why?
Yeah, I often call you as walking chat GPTs.
Oh no. No, but thank you so much. Anyway, yeah, because I'm sorry, like this morning I woke up like I was so like cool. I said, okay, I still have 2 hours to go with Micah or Mika. And then all of a sudden you said, Tita, it's already 9 o'clock. I said, what? I just woke up 7. But thank you so much once again. And I'm gonna have another cup of coffee. I'm
Yeah.
going to cook dinner. Cook already dinner, right? Because that's a
Is
good
it
thing
boiled
about
eggs?
I actually boiled eggs yesterday, so I still have 3 left.
Okay.
And I made sure that I wasn't watching your live, and you didn't go live yesterday. I think. I think the
Uh,
other night you did. Yeah. All right. Thank you, everybody. Nerve. Yeah. Si Kuya, anong tawag mo ni John? Kuya John or Tito John or
Kuya
Lolo
Ken.
John? Oh,
Kuya Ken.
Kuya. Yeah, at itong dalawang to, si John and si Zap, Ken and Zap, I'm gonna interview this couple because I also admire this couple. Wala ako
You're
sa
gonna
mga
do
sinasabi
TikToks
nila.
dapat, tita, ha?
Yeah.
What's up? What's up?
Wala ako sa mga sinasabi nila, ang gagaling din nila. Actually, maraming
Oo.
magagaling sa atin. The good thing about this business is we are able to share, our
Mhm.
passion, kung ano mga insights natin na hindi natin alam na, uy, pwede pala ako mag-share in public about my insights, you know?
And because we are genuine about it, tita,
Yeah.
everything comes naturally.
Yeah.
There's no person that I saw that it's he or she is
Yeah.
faking it.
Oo.
It's really genuine. It comes from the heart because it's the business. It's really
Yeah.
genuine.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So before we go, invite your friends to check out the business.
Oh, hello everyone, and thank you for watching, and thank you, Tita Maristel. Like I will call her my mentor in terms of medical laboratory science thing because she's the first person in this business that I know that I share the same profession and I can relate to. So all of my friends who are watching and colleagues, maybe colleagues, okay, I know lab people are really shy. We tend to be shy, so it's
Yeah, we are
time for us.
introverts actually. Yeah.
Yeah, it's time for us to go outside that cold room and take the leap of faith. Just register and give your name and email address to me directly. And my website is www.themikeyc.life. And thank you, Tita Maristel, for having me. It's really a
Thank you.
privilege.
I like your website, MikeyC.life. That's very creative. All
Yeah.
right, thank you so much. And everyone else out there watching, thank you. And see you again soon, somewhere
You.
in some other group chats. Bye bye. Good
Bye.
night.
Good
Bye
night,
bye.
Tita.
Good night.